Hello, I'm Blake, and today I will be talking about the French style of Art Nouveau. I chose this style because it represents a new beginning for art. Style is throwing out all the historic ways of art and moving in a new direction, something that people have not seen before. In this presentation, I will go over the passionate leaders of the movement, some leading graphic designers from France, methods for promoting this new art, and finally I will include a gallery of images that showcase French Art Nouveau. First I'll talk about some prominent leaders, first one being William Morris. He was a writer, designer, and architect, and he was a defining figure for the arts and crafts movement for the late 19th century. The roots of the Art Nouveau movement come from the arts and crafts movement, and the two styles are very similar, focusing largely on nature. Second leader is James Ensor. He was the leader of a group of reform-minded sculptors, designers, and painters called Les SX. The term Art Nouveau first appeared in a Belgian journal referring to this group. The term quickly spread around Europe and got its name translated into various different languages. Last leader is Aubrey Beardsley. He was a prominent illustrator during the time of Art Nouveau. He was one of the first people to start drawing in this style, and he paved a way for much of modern art with his erotic and frighteningly vivid images. Next, I will talk about some graphic designers. First one being Eugene Grasset. He was born in Switzerland and grew up in an artistic environment as the son of a sculptor and cabinet maker. He studied architecture and later became a painter and sculptor. He moved to Paris and began to design everyday items. In 1877, he turned to graphic design and began creating poster art to go on postcards or stamps. His French posters became so popular in America that he was contacted by several American companies to do work for them. Next graphic designer is Jules Tret. He was born in Paris to a family of artisans, and his father was a typographer. At the age of 13, he became an apprentice lithographer, and after completing his apprenticeship, he enrolled in courses at the National School of Design. He later then got employed as a lithographic designer and began creating labels for brochures, book covers, and later started to design posters. His posters gained tons of popularity, and his name became known. Just like modern graphic designers, he had a lengthy mock-up process in order to perfect his work. This is why Jules Tret was considered the father of the modern poster. Last graphic designer I'll be talking about is Toulouse-Lautrec. He was born in Albi, France, and worked as a painter as a young adult. He frequently mingled with other artists that worked in Paris and became well-known and well-liked. He then switched from making paintings to making posters. Unlike his paintings, which tend to explore and present intimate interactions in gritty everyday situations, his posters showcase the fanciful nature of partisan nightlife. In order to illustrate the type of entertainment offered at these sites, he focused on performers in his posters. The main performer he drew was a real-life dancer, Jane Arvey. Today, his posters still charm audiences with the impressive interpretations of Paris nightlife. Next, I will be talking about how Art Nouveau was promoted. Art Nouveau flourished in a time of rapid social and technological change in Europe, as industrialization, mass production, and urbanization accelerated. This meant that it was very easy for information and ideas to spread. It was no different for Art Nouveau. With the use of posters, Art Nouveau quickly spread across Europe and eventually across the world. Posters were able to be mass-produced and distributed anywhere they were needed. Another way for promotion was German-born Paris art dealer Siegfried Bing. He opened an art gallery called L'Art Nouveau for contemporary decor that he exhibited and sold there. His store is often credited for the popularization of the name and movement of Art Nouveau. The entire gallery was designed with the Art Nouveau style, and he showcased countless artists of what would become known as the Art Nouveau style. Next, I'll be going over a gallery. First piece of art is by René Laquet in 1911. It's called the Frog Brooch, or Brooch. It's to be attached to a garment for either style or to hold something together. This particular brooch is made of amber-colored molded glass and gilt on silver. Next piece I chose is called Le Mercure de Touris les Incres. It is a poster that was created for the purpose of advertising ink. The poster is a lithograph and is a great example of graphic design in the style of Art Nouveau, created by artist Eugene Grasset in 1896. The next piece that I chose is a woman's coat titled Evening Coat. This woman's coat is made up of almost entirely silk and is very indicative of the French Art Nouveau style, by artist Jean-Philippe Worth in 1902. Next piece I chose is a great example of graphic design from the Art Nouveau period from the French artist Bing Siegfried. This graphic is used as the book cover for book artist Japan, Illustrations and Essays, in 1891. This next piece I chose is an example of Art Nouveau style in architecture. The title of the work is Entrance Gate to Paris Subway. It's made out of painted cast iron, glazed lava, and glass. Designed by Hector Guimard in 1900. And the last piece of work that I chose is another great example of French graphic design during the Art Nouveau period. This poster is titled Roger La Louis-Fuller. It's one of Jules' most famous posters, and it showcases an American woman, Louis-Fuller, dancing at the Folies Bergère. I love this piece because of its vibrant colors and its use of red to help the words pop out. Thank you for listening.